Good evening and welcome to OU Nightly. I'm Jessica Bruno.
Well, we're starting with some breaking news this afternoon. A Nebraska county judge struck down a law allowing the Keystone XL pipeline to continue throughout the state.
The improved iPad is slimmer and lighter, going from 1.4 pounds to only 1 pound.
And tonight at 5:30, the National Weather Center in Norman is running a tornado drill on Facebook and Twitter. The drill will rely on retweets and Facebook shares to get the message to anyone who might be affected by dangerous weather this spring.
And an Oklahoma man accused of threatening President Obama and the First Lady in 2011 has now pleaded guilty.
She was actually walking through the landscape path right behind me when she was attacked from behind. Well, this 4th of July turned out to be a bit of a dangerous one. 2 women are recovering right now at Advocate Christ Medical Center from some serious injuries from a fireworks show. Well, just a little bit before midnight last night, Rob Blagojevich and his lawyers filed an appeal challenging his 2011 14-year sentence for corruption conviction. Now, this, of course, is 1 year and 4 months after the governor entered federal prison in Colorado. Oklahoma City Mayor Mick Cornett won re-election yesterday, making him the first 4-term mayor in the city's history. Cornett won nearly 66% of the vote.
Coming up on OU Nightly, breaking news out of a courtroom in Texas today. We'll have details. Plus, a former CIA director is making a very special appearance at OU tonight. And comic books and video games will come to life at OU this Friday. You don't want to miss the details. Stay tuned for this and more tonight on OU Nightly.
Now, this, of course, is after the 6.5-hour zoning committee meeting that happened yesterday that kind of worked out all the details of the plan.
Deprivation of education is not the only thing that the Taliban is trying to impose in towns such as Swat Valley, and Mufti explained why this is causing such turmoil.
Giving women the respect that they deserve, according to Islam and so on and so forth. I mean, nowhere in the Quran is it written that women are not allowed to come out into public sphere.
Thanks, Mason.
Thanks, Will.
Well, still to come on OU Nightly, we'll have one more look at that 5-day forecast.
Still to come on OU Nightly, we'll have another look at the 5-day forecast.
And one pop star hits the weather wall. We'll have her forecast attempt. Straight ahead on OU Nightly.
I met with 2 OU seniors who had an interesting break-in experience last week.
Andrew Malati and Forrester Zeit live on Chautauqua Avenue right behind campus. Last Tuesday around 4 in the morning, they were woken up by something they were not expecting.
I woke up and saw a guy right here, like at the foot of my bed, going through my dresser and stuff over here. And I kind of said his name, or not his name, but Andrew's name. I said, "Andrew, is that you?" And he didn't respond. He kind of looked up, and that's when I looked over and saw Andrew in his bed. And so I kind of freaked out, and so at that point the guy ran out the door of my room, and I don't really know why, but I just got up and chased him out, and he had come in through the back door, and because I was unlocked. We always lock our doors every night, and that one night we didn't for some reason.
Turns out they weren't the only ones that were targeted that night, which they found out from a leftover backpack.
And we look in the backpack and we find my computer and the 2 girls' computers that live across the street.
The 2 returned the laptops to their neighbors and called the police. Malati and Zeit said the police checked on the rest of the houses on Chautauqua to see how many other break-ins occurred that week.
Malati and Zeit said there were about 5 or 6 other break-ins on Chautauqua last week. However, Norman PD has not yet responded with any information on the investigation.
I saw the front door wide open, and then went and going to knock on Bass's door to see if he left the door open, and then this guy just comes out of our kitchen running out.
This story might sound a little familiar.
I woke up and saw a guy right here, like at the foot of my bed, going through my dresser and stuff over here.
It was just 2 weeks ago that Andrew Malati and Forrester Zeit got an unexpected 4 a.m. wake-up call from an unwanted intruder. Turns out the thief hit Chautauqua again around the same time this past Saturday. This time, 2 friends of Malati and Zeit, OU seniors Grant Thefford and Ryan Bass, were the target.
The deadbolt wasn't locked, so it was just the handle, so that's kind of easy to break in if you really wanted to.
After another failed burglary attempt, this thief wasn't lucky enough to get away.
Out of the corner of my eye, I yelled at him, and then he just took off out the front door.
Thefford said he chased the thief down Chautauqua, found him jiggling other doorknobs, and called the police.
Well, Captain Tom Easley with Norman PD tells me that this area on Chautauqua has seen 16 auto and 10 residential break-ins since September 1st. He also tells me that they have reason to believe that the suspect actually lives in this area.
A lot of these we have commonalities and we have direct evidence that ties to a particular suspect.
Captain Easley also said that many of the houses near Chautauqua that have been broken into were left unlocked, so he advises everybody living near campus to lock up at night. Jessica Bruno, OU Nightly.
Well, a recent trend soon may be history at OSU. The university is hoping to ban the use of electronic cigarettes on school property. The issue is scheduled to be heard by the Board of Regents this Friday. Now, OU does allow e-cigarette use, but bans traditional cigarettes on campus. In federal court on Tuesday, 55-year-old Mark D. Grogg admitted to making phone calls to the Secret Service, but claims he was only engaging in careless talk.
It looks empty now, but by dinner time, the Mont patio in Norman, Oklahoma will be packed with customers, some who are checking out this famous Norman hotspot, and some who come in to relive memories.
I run into people every day that will say, oh, this world hasn't changed. I haven't been here in 15 years and it still feels the same.
The outdoor patio draws people in with its ambiance and the famous frozen sangria and margarita swirl paired with the original queso. These are popular menu choices that make the Mont a local favorite. And this college town bar also has a unique history, starting from the bond of brotherhood.
Dick Talley, John Kradiger, and Bill Hammonds, they're all SAEs, and they decided to come open the Mont. And that was in '76, and I think in the late '80s they put the patio in, which led to, you know, a greater amount of business.
From the original Monterey restaurant to the Mont, the restaurant developed quite the regular crowd over the years.
There are people that come in every day almost, and there are some that come here like it's their ritual, like game days. They've been coming here every game day.
While every business has its crowd of loyal regulars, one thing that sets this Norman tradition apart is the work environment.
It's always been a family, that family feel. A lot of the people that are still here were here when I first started in 2001.
Managers Pat Colleen, Leo Linares, and server Lindsay Weimer have worked at the Mont for 15 to 20 years, with the family of employees keeping them around. For Colleen, the Mont family is the reason he says he never wants to leave.
It's just a big family, you know. I started here when I was a freshman at OU, and like I have a degree and everything, but it's just, this is a better opportunity than the use of my degree. And the people that we work for and the people that I work with make it worth it.
So if you decide to come to Norman and check out this famous traditional spot, you'll find more than just the legendary swirl. You'll find a true family. Jessica Bruno, OU Nightly.
As the Moore community continues to come together in a relief effort, Jessica Bruno, OU Nightly.